Seal Insight is Seal Software's annual customer conference, which takes place in San Francisco, New York, and London. Seal Insight is about digital transformation and how content analytics powers actionable insight and opens up a world of possibilities for the enterprise. From technology roadmaps to future-proofing in times of constant change, experts in the field of content analytics shared the key strategies to driving actionable insight. Best practice sessions outlined the key steps to transforming your business through data-driven decision-making, helping Seal users harness the unstructured data within their business for great returns.
We started this journey now 7 years ago with kind of a very simple question, really. It's like that: how do you search and find information? We get bogged down in the whole idea about like extractions and algorithms and stuff, but it really comes down to we're looking to find out how do we find things we need to do our job.
So you could argue that we live in interesting times. 88% of large corporations are attempting to digitally transform right now. That means their executives are saying we have a key initiative or a key strategy in place to transform the way we think about data, people, products, customers, and employees.
And I would argue that the use case exists wherever you got a bunch of people doing unstructured data. I guarantee there's a use case in every aspect of the business, which is why I'm really pleased in the way that Seal is thinking about it, because the concept of non-standard clause detection applies not just to contract. It applies to so many things across so many parts of the business, wherever there's a document that's being created.
The one big thing about Seal, which we were very happy about, is Seal is fairly use case agnostic. So it worked for all 400 types. We had to create different rules for all of them, but we created them. We had the same process for all of them. We had to deal with different people on all of them. And we ran this program within a very short time span, about 18 months, from Seal on board through filing of a recovery resolution plan.
Insight, the capacity to pull value from data, becomes extremely important, and you've got to be able to pull it out very quickly. You can't just hang around for days or weeks. It's a constant ability to pull value through the process.
Quite frankly, one of the things that I personally like about Seal is that I think, well, you clearly have drivers today within financial services, regulatory, burning platform for change right there, telcos, cost recovery. It's applicable to every single one of our clients.
We can provide answers in seconds and minutes rather than days and lots of people. And people start to see that value in our business and also around the bank and the attorneys.
If you understand that, at least as a first step in the legal profession, that these tools can make you better at what you do and become more efficient and deliver client service in a way that is more cost effective, that's where the legal business is going.
This is technology, process, and people, right? You need to change how you do things from yesterday to today to enable this, right? So this is very important. It's just not technology. You got to think about the whole picture to make this happen.
So what we also released is as a clause library. Because what we want is for the system to detect the clauses that are in use. We want them to be presented to the user based on the level of risk. And we want the user to then be able to swap those clauses with predefined approved language. But not for legal people to do it, to actually have the people at the coalface doing it.
So we've seen, as you heard from Ulf at the beginning, near-term cost recovery. We've probably found about $30+ million in in-year savings just by taking advantage of historical rights that have been written into the contract, but were not being holistically managed, or quite frankly, the organization was even aware existed in a material way across the portfolio. And it's providing visibility in a way that's flexible and hasn't been achievable previously with your highly structured CLM systems.
Analytics, right? That's the combustion engine. So having a lot of information is useful, but it's driving that actionable insight and using it that matters most.
It's the idea of actionable analytics, actionable insight. It's not that we're just crunching the data because it's in front of us and because we can, but we're going to ask you, what are you trying to accomplish with this at the end of the day? Where are you trying to save money or to generate revenue?
Take a look at the simplest questions that you can't answer. Right? Where are we spending money? Where are we bleeding money? Where do we have auto renewals? Those are items that Seal can surface in a few weeks in an implementation.